Is this Christmas Eve classic worth the upgrade? Let's talk about it. What is up, everybody? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. I hope you're having a great time, safely enjoying the holidays with your family. And, this entire month I've been just marathoning a bunch of Christmas movies. I keep wanting to say Halloween, but I've been marathoning a bunch of Christmas movies. I watched the Santa Claus, the entire trilogy. I watched Home Alone. I watched all of the what is it called, Silent Night, Deadly Night, even though that's technically a horror film, but still Christmas. And I just got around to watching my 4K copy of Die Hard, Bruce Willis classic, released by 20th Century Fox, so technically a subsidiary of Disney. So this is technically a Disney 4K, and I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna be a quick rundown. Yes, it is clearly a Disney transfer because it's an okay transfer. I mean, going into the tech specs, it is a 66 dual layer disc, so it's not even using all of the 100 gigabytes worth of data on a disc. It is using 66, because a Blu-ray is a 50 layer disc. So imagine 50 to 66, is it that much difference? The tech specs are that it is 2160p, it is 132 minutes, so about 2 hours and some odd minutes. The aspect ratio is 235:1, so you're gonna get those black bars. And what's the worst part about this transfer is that it's a Dolby DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. They didn't even upgrade the audio, which I guess is okay. But one of my biggest gripes is that the audio is a bit wonky when it comes to this release. I don't like 5.1 transfers. I prefer 7.1 because it is more balanced. It is more, you have more of a wider range. Although some people are okay with 5.1. But what I've noticed when it comes to 5.1 tracks is that when it's loud, it's super loud. And when it's quiet, it's really quiet. So not a lot. Compression. When I talk about compression, I mean in the sense of audio, not video. A lot of video people are like, "Oh, compression's bad." Well, in the world of audio, especially as it coming from a musician, compression is raising up the lows and lowering the highs so that you have an equal playing base of what to expect during audio. Because throughout this entire film, I was increasing the dialogue, and then when huge explosions would happen, I have to turn it down again because I don't want to, wake up my neighbors or whatever. And then turn it back up again when someone's talking, and then turn it down when there's like a whole shootout. So again, the audio track is not good. I mean, it's okay, it's doable. It's not much of an upgrade. When it comes to bonus features, there is one bonus feature, and it's a commentary track, and not even with Bruce Willis, just the director and the cinematographer, I believe. I'm not too sure, but definitely from the director. So to get started, this movie is very dark, and it is a grainy movie, so grainy. If you are a grain hater, you are going to hate this movie. At points, it was very distracting. And what's crazy is a lot of people were like, "Oh, you keep the grain to get the detail," but there were a lot of soft shots. There wasn't that much of a detail uptick when it comes to the Blu-ray. Sweat was a little bit sharper. Dirt was a little bit sharper. When dust and he gets flown, and he gets explosions happen near him. Like the dirt and grime, it's a little bit sharper. You're getting the better contrast. You're getting better colors. There is inky blacks, and it's not too crushing. Things like flames look really nice. Blood, it looks really rich, but it looks a bit faker because when you're looking at the Blu-ray, the standard Blu-ray, it's a bit more darker and a bit more realistic, oxygenized. But when it comes to the 4K, it's a bit brighter, a bit more richer of a red than it would be than like actual blood. This is a very dark, grainy film, so the 4K doesn't really coincide. Like it's definitely an upgrade from the standard Blu-ray. Like I got this entire set 25th anniversary edition of the Die Hard series. Going back and forth with these two, the 4K is just slightly better. It's definitely an upgrade, but not by much. If you already have the 2007, or this came out in 2013, so I don't know if it's a different transfer. I'm pretty sure it isn't. But if you have this, I would say you should stick with this. But if Die Hard is like your favorite action movie or something like that, and you want the best possible quality, you can get this. And I got this for very cheap, around $9 on Black Friday. I know a lot of people who've been going Black Friday hunting, last month, and now it's Boxing Day, so you're gonna get this for cheap. So I'm saying now it is definitely worth it if it is under $10. I would even say $5 maybe. I got this for $9, which is worth the price because I like Die Hard. I like Christmas time. I wanted to get our Christmas 4K. It's definitely worth that. But if this was in 2018 and if you were getting this for $25, $22, it was definitely not worth it. Just to recap, better contrast, a bit sharper, but it's super duper grainy. And honestly, if this was normal price and I didn't get it on sale, I would have just stuck with the Die Hard set or whatever, because I got this for like $10 with all the like 4 movies. So that's cool. Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about this because there's a lot of misconception when it comes to 4Ks on film, and I think this is what adds to that misconception when people are like, oh, you need to get that 4K film, because movies made on film look absolutely beautiful on 4K because there is a limitless resolution. When it comes to films made on digital, depending on the digital interface and what cameras they use to film it, there is a locked set of resolution. Now I know modern films usually record with like 6K 8K cameras, but again, it's always being finished at 2K. So this is not a good transfer when it comes to film to 4K. Now this could just be how the film was made. Again, it was like a $90 million budget. Well, technically it's like $40 million, but if you convert it, it's like $90 to $100 million that they spent on this film in 80s money. And I would say this adds to the misconception that 4K looks bad. Film looks bad on 4K. But no, if you look at movies like Mad Max, which came out 10 years prior, that looks absolutely beautiful. And a lot of movies that came out in the 60s, Stanley Kubrick films. Now, again, I'm not comparing this to a Stanley Kubrick film, but it's like in that same range of like, oh, I don't want to get old films on 4K. It's worthless. I'd rather get new films because it look better. No. If I have to give this entire rating, I would give this a 6.5 out of 10. It's not the best. It's definitely an upgrade. If you can get this on sale for under $10, it's worth the pickup. But again, you're not really getting much out of it. Even like, I'd say skip it and get something else. Maybe for a film that you don't have. If you have it on Blu-ray, because you can get this on a flea market for like $5. I would say get that, but if you can get this for cheap, get it. Nothing too special with the 4K. I was expecting maybe like a 30th anniversary documentary or something like that. Not even Bruce Willis doesn't even do the commentary for this, so that was a bit bummer. But yeah, let me know down below. Do you guys have Die Hard on 4K? This was a big release or a big pickup item for Black Friday throughout the past couple years. I decided to pick it up this year, and I'm a bit disappointed. I was expecting a lot better out of this 4K, being that it is 2018 movie made on film with a bit of a budget. It's a pretty iconic film. Die Hard, a lot of people refer to it as one of the best action films. I thought it'd be a lot better, but again, that's probably due to its filming techniques, being that it feels like it's naturally lit. When there's really like when he goes into the washroom, after he like ruins his foot on the glass, that looks really good because there is a lot of bright lights and you can really get the detail behind that. But again, because it's such a low lit film, the grain really pops and stands out, which I didn't really like. The inky blacks are good. You're gonna lose a bit of detail, but it's not too distracting. And again, the audio is only a 5.1, so they didn't even upgrade the audio, so it's a 6.5 out of 10 if I'm reviewing this 4K as a 4K. But I would still recommend it if you don't have Die Hard and it's on sale. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video, man. I'm Mason from the Mockbuster YouTube channel. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Again, let me know down below, do you have Die Hard on 4K? Did you like it? Do you like the movie? I really enjoyed this movie. I haven't seen it fully since I was like a little kid, and I really enjoyed it. The humor was really good. I like the more mature like him nagging about his wife and all that stuff. I really like that stuff. And yeah, the chemistry between him and the cop, the sergeant, was really good. And all the deaths are very satisfying. Even when the cops die, it's very satisfying because the guy's like, we'll shoot them out because even if 25% of the hostages die, who cares? And I'm like, wow, dude, what the fuck? See, anyways, that was it. I am Mason from the Mockbuster YouTube channel. Please have a safe New Year's because that is coming up. And please have a good day, night, evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this. Again, I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I hope you guys, stayed safe, and I hope you guys are staying healthy. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching the video, man. Peace, guys. Apaston.
Woke up this morning, got some gabagoo. And then I woke up the next day and got some gabagoo.